Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Explore and Engage with Anand. It is a glorious time in the United States of America right now. People are happy. We are seeing an administration work really hard to restore law and order. We are seeing an administration work really hard to strengthen the American economy and to create an extremely strong manufacturing sector. An administration that is working very hard to create real economic opportunities for the American people, especially after 4 long years of tremendous economic hardship. There was a lot of hardship that people faced when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were in power. But with President Donald J. Trump in office, we have an administration that is working hard to ensure prosperity, an administration that is working hard to ensure energy dominance, and we will achieve that. We will achieve energy dominance. Our natural resources are abundant, and we must use our natural resources for incredible economic growth. We have an administration that is negotiating deals to bring peace in other parts of the world. We have an administration in power that is sending a message to the whole world that we will not allow anyone to abuse our immigration system. We have an administration that will not allow other countries to engage in unfair trade with the United States. That is why President Donald J. Trump has announced reciprocal tariffs. We have an administration, the Trump administration, that will address national issues and international issues. And you can see that people who support chaos and lawlessness are going crazy. They cannot believe what is happening. People on the left, the socialists, they cannot believe what is happening. The left-wing political figures are shocked. They are shocked to see that politics as usual has come to an end. And so the people on the left are not happy. They don't like the fact that illegal immigrants are being deported. The people on the left do not like the fact that Donald Trump is unleashing American energy. The people on the left do not like the fact that President Donald J. Trump is ending international wars and conflicts, ending those wars. The people on the left do not like the fact that President Trump has created the Department of Government Efficiency. The people on the left don't like the fact that DOGE is cutting the size of the federal bureaucracy. For decades, we have seen how government kept becoming bloated, bigger and bigger, year after year. More and more layers of bureaucracy were being added in departments and agencies across the country. And now, the process is coming to an end. Politicians, years after years, watched silently as the federal bureaucracy gained weight and it became bigger and bigger and bigger. As time went by, we saw how the American people watched helplessly as federal bureaucrats interfered with each and every aspect of American life. The bureaucrats, they just kept becoming more and more powerful, and they interfered with each and every aspect of American life. Licenses and permits and fees and penalties and forms and applications and reviews and so much more. There are so many words associated with the bloated federal bureaucracy that dominated American life for decades. But that is coming to an end. The insanity of the federal bureaucracy is coming to an end, and sanity is being restored. And the politicians who allowed the federal bureaucracy to become so big are watching as the Trump administration is cutting government fraud, waste, and abuse. And as I said, the people on the left, they're not happy. They're realizing that their politics as usual is coming to an end. And that's why you see the outrage on the left. Democrats are out there, they're screaming and shouting. They're opposing President Trump and his administration. Tim Walz is out there campaigning against the Republicans. One would think that Tim Walz would just sit silently after the big defeat that he faced in November, just a few months ago. One would think that Tim Walz would just mind his own business in Minnesota. But Tim Walz came to Wisconsin. He had a rally in Eau Claire. Recently, he had a rally in northwest Wisconsin, in Eau Claire. So Tim Walz, the person who failed to become the U.S. vice president, came to Wisconsin to criticize the Trump administration, to criticize Elon Musk, and to criticize the Republicans. Not just Tim Walz. AOC and Bernie Sanders are also actively campaigning against the Trump administration. They recently held a rally in Colorado. Here's what the Democrats are doing right now. They are engaging in fear-mongering. The Democrats are trying to spread lies and they are trying to spread fear in order to disrupt. The Democrats are using the word oligarchy to describe the Trump administration. President Trump, Donald J. Trump, he was elected overwhelmingly by the American people. Donald J. Trump won the Electoral College votes and he won the popular vote. And so the Trump administration is the people's administration. Donald J. Trump is the people's president. There is no oligarchy in America. There is no oligarchy in our country. It's a false narrative being pushed by the Democrats. While President Trump is uniting all people, the Democrats are trying to create division. Dividing people is what the Democrats focus on. Division is the Democrats' politics as usual. The people on the left are still following their same old strategy of dividing people. The Democrats are trying to hide the true success of the Trump administration. The Trump administration is already quite successful. And going into the future, the Trump administration is going to achieve a lot more for the American people. But the Democrats are trying to hide all that. They don't want people to see the success of the Trump administration. The Democrats are trying to create a foggy environment in politics to try to hide the great work being done by the Trump administration. But the people of this country understand the truth. Americans can see the reality. The American people are not going to be deceived. Each and every moment we are witnessing true progress. We finally have hope. We, the American people, we finally have the opportunity to stop the left-wing policies. We have the opportunity to reject the left-wing policies. And we have the opportunity to restore sanity. My friends, it is a glorious time in America right now. President Donald J. Trump is making America great again, and he is putting Americans first. Share with me your thoughts and comments. I want to hear from you. So get in touch with me, my friends. You can visit my website. My website address is tosifanam.net. You can also email me. My email address is tosif@tosifanam.net. You can also connect with me on social media. You will find me on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and also on Truth Social. So connect with me on social media, share with me your thoughts, send me a message, send me an email, and I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions. My friends, thank you once again for continuing to listen to my podcast, and I hope to be back again soon with a new episode of Explore and Engage with Anam.